my parents wanted to see me get married to a Turkish guy. Like,
Wow.
he got off the plane and I didn't want him to pay for anything. That I was afraid that some other women may, take him from me, because that can happen. That's exactly what women do. They get married to men just to get a divorce so they can take half of what the man has worked for. You don't want him, but you also don't want him to leave.
And boy, oh boy, am I being fetishized because, oh my God, you look so exotic, blah, blah. First of all, if you want Colombian, whatever, Russian women, we're expensive for you, okay?
Hey guys, welcome back to More to Life. Now before I get into this video, I ask that you like, comment, subscribe, also smash that notification bell just to be sure you get on my videos as soon as I release them. Alright guys, now today I have a lady that I'm going to react to. She's been with a passport bro since 2006. And I'm going to let her get a little bit into her story. It's actually a reaction. Guys, here it goes. Let's hop right into it.
Have to understand, I come from a traditional Turkish family, meaning my parents wanted to see me getting married to a Turkish guy, right? So they had no idea, that I really wanted to marry this American black guy. And they knew about him, they knew of him, but they didn't know that it was that serious. So what happened was I sat my parents down and explained them the situation, and my parents never knew of me having a boyfriend. That's not what we do in Turkey or over here in Germany as Turkish people. That's very unheard of. And I basically explained to them, I'm like, look, mom, dad, I like this guy. I want to be with him. I would like to, marry him if that's okay with you guys. And, my parents actually said, if he loves you, then we are okay with that.
I love it. I love it.
And that's when he was able to come to Germany. He came to Germany.
See that? Parents approved. Knew he was a black guy. They approved. They just wanted to make sure she was in love.
To Germany in 2006 for the very first time. I'm going to tell you one thing. He came here to visit, and this might sound a little crazy to many of you guys, but I spent money on him. Like, he got off the plane and I didn't want him to pay for anything. I took him everywhere, restaurants, we took trips. He didn't have to pay for nothing. Why did I do that? Because I wanted to know how much I appreciate him being here, because I felt special that he actually took the time, boarded that plane, came across the Atlantic Ocean to come see me here in Germany. That was special to me.
Now, shouts out to the brother Obsidian. This is Obsidian's interview he did with her. But yeah, her name is Sherea. She's been on TikTok. You guys probably seen her. She's known as the Passport Bro Defender. But really, she's defending her man. And of course, she's doing it because she's like, wait a minute, my man's a passport bro. Same thing. I'm over here in the Philippines minding my business. I turn around and I see women bashing guys that want to travel to the Philippines. What do I start doing? Okay, you want to do that? I'll react to all of you being fools and showing proof, and that's what I'm doing now. But let me hop right back into this.
So I had to show him this,
Wow.
So, yes, and it was also important for me to leave a certain impression. Like I said in the beginning, I wanted this man to know that I really want him, and that's where the whole competition comes into play. I knew he was in America still when we are apart physically, that I was afraid that some other women may, take him from me, because that can happen. And I was like, when he touches down in Germany, I have to do everything that I can so he can be like, okay, this is the woman that I want.
That was the biggest difference. It's basically being excited to see me. And things like that. So that was the biggest difference.
Right. And that is something that I was trying to tell people in one of my posts. Like, when you are really into American men, you're just going to appreciate seeing them, being able to spend time with them, how it really was. I saw you and I'm like, okay, wait a minute, this is the guy that I'm most definitely going to marry. And and that was it. Like, that was all I needed. Like, you were so much of an excitement to me.
This is deep. So okay, so y'all met. He was just a regular civilian guy. Y'all met over while you was visiting here. Things happened pretty quickly. You was able to talk to the folks, worked all that out. Y'all got together, been together ever since. Do y'all have children?
Unfortunately not, no.
Oh, okay. Okay. Let me ask you this. How did you end up with this back and forth with this one? My understanding is that her name is Tiffany from Chicago. Do I have that right? How did y'all get into this whole thing back and forth? How did that even happen?
Well, I don't know her personally, neither does she know me personally, but this is what we content creators do. We are on platforms, people send us videos, content, asking us to critique it, right? And this is the same exact thing that happened with her short clip. So somebody sent it to me, and her clip was basically about if a man love bombs you, or if a man doesn't contribute to your life getting better, then he's just trying to love bomb you so he can drag you to hell. And that statement was just so ridiculous to me, because in what I see in reality, that's exactly what women do. You know, they get married to men just to get a divorce so they can take half of what the man has worked for.
He's cooking up garbage.
You know, and why would a man even try to love bomb a woman just to drag her to hell? This is not a masculine mindset. Men are not looking for that. Men are just looking for a feminine woman to create a life and a family with.
Exactly. That's exactly what we're looking for. When I jumped up and went across the waters, I wanted someone to love. It was one thing. I left because I didn't want to go through a divorce, and I wanted something feminine and delicate. Let me hop back into the video.
You know, so I felt some type of way about her content and that statement. So I made a reaction video. And then the thing about it is, I don't know if I pronounce his name correctly. The comedian, what is his name? Real D.L. Hughley?
D.L. Hughley, yes. D.L. Hughley is an American black comedian,
yes,
part of the original Kings of Comedy, him, Steve Harvey, etc., so forth. D.L. Hughley, yes.
Right. He followed my Instagram page. He seen my clip. He took my clip. He put it on his page. And he has like 2.8 million followers on Instagram, right? And he also tagged my name under his post. That's basically all that needed to happen, because that video got a lot of traffic. It got like 256,000 views, 56,000 likes, 30,000 comments, and everybody was coming at me in those comments. And of course, a lot of men was agreeing with what I was saying. So I guess people were sending her the video, my statement, the reaction of people, and that's when it just took off. That's when she made her video about me and that I should just shut the F up, that I don't know what she's going through, and a lot of other black women with these black men that they are dealing with. That's how it all started.
Yes, and if anyone doesn't know what's going on, I actually reacted to this video like maybe 10 videos ago. I'm doing like 2 a day, so it's been 5 days ago. And yeah, they were going in. Let's hop back into it.
Yeah, she did use that language, the type of black men. That really jumped out at me, because I don't expect you to know this. A big sticking point with me, Pablo, and some other brothers here is that when black women are talking about their issues with black men, they always make it seem like it's all black men. They never like disaggregate us. And we're very sensitive about that, because we feel that it's important that we try to present a positive black male image. And when black women speak in the way that Miss Tiffany did, it gives the impression that all of us are a certain way. She used the phrase type of black men, and that really piqued my interest. I said, okay, so what type of black men are we talking about? And as she continued to speak, and you said it in your video, the image that came to mind was the proverbial Pooky and RayRay type.
Yeah.
You talked about that in your video, and in relation to your husband. Could you speak a bit more about that? That was very interesting to me.
Well, I do talk a lot in my videos. Well, basically, I of course know of the term Pooky and RayRay. These are these guys that these women desire so much. Like, these men don't have to put in no work. They don't have to impress a woman. They don't have to do anything. What an average good guy in comparison to the Pooky has to prove and chase the woman, you know? These women, they don't want these good guys. For whatever reason, there is some type of screws loose in our women's heads that we think that we want the guy who is treating us like poop. Damn! And the average guy, the average good guy, is totally overlooked. But at the end of the day, these guys are the ones who are leaving the country. Then you got women like herself getting mad at like the passport bro movement. Like, I'm like, what is the average good guy in America supposed to do? You don't want him, but you also don't want him to leave. Exactly. And that just doesn't make any sense to me.
My take.
They don't want us to leave. They see their money going away. They see their options leave. What happens is, after women are done, guys driving through the highway. I'm talking about dudes just speeding, crashing into the guardrail. Running to the mountain with trucks and things that could move concrete out there. They bottom out years. And then when the guys have left to keep that concrete sustaining, Because, you know, they're driving through the mountain on the concrete. Keep that concrete set up to repair it and make sure you can drive on the roads. You know, you're driving on the mountain around the roads to make sure you can still drive around the roads safely. No, they're not there to fix those roads anymore. So it's set up so guys can fall right off the mountain. So if someone's walking on the mountain, they fall off when they're driving in the car. People driving off the side of the mountain because the cleanup crew isn't there. They see their money running away. And it's hard to say goodbye to yesterday. They're singing Boys to Men. It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. That's what's happening. Passport bros are leaving and they're singing Boys to Men. No more guys in their comments. Oh, baby, those guys will always be around, no sense. But it's less. Less options. Less options to ignore. Or not even just ignore. Less options to grab onto when it's too late. Let me keep playing.
Is that for a lot of ladies, and they're loath to admit this, men like your husband are plan B. So they get to a certain, this is how it typically goes in Black America. Mm-hmm. So a lot of Black women, not all, but a lot of Black women, when they're young meaning 20s, you're 18, 20, that sort of thing. So they want to go and use their 20s to kind of have fun with these guys. Then when they get, somewhere around 35, 40, they want to get the guy like your husband. I don't know if you're aware of this, but yeah, they and the problem by then is, I'm trying to be diplomatic here. The experiences that they've had with the Chads shades them. Many of them are heartbroken. Many of them have a lot of emotional baggage. Some will have children. So it's really difficult dealing with a woman at that age if you're a quote unquote good guy like your husband. And so I think a lot of these ladies see guys like your husband as like a plan B, and they're leaving the country. And I think that's what's really upsetting these ladies. Your reaction.
I mean, these women don't even understand what kind of impact they can have on an average man. I mean, I took my husband, and I'm not saying that he was just a broken soul before he met me. I'm not saying that. But I'm just talking about like the average black guy having to deal with some type of women, certain women who are treating him a certain way. Like you said, he was an average guy. And I think everybody in this room knows how average guys are being, treated by these women. But me treating him a certain way, showing him how much worth he has, showing him how pretty or handsome he is, talking all this confidence into him, turn him into a better man, So, and if every woman would be aware of the power of her words and her actions and the ability of her actually empowering that man and motivating him to do better for himself and for the woman he's.
Yes, and shouts out to, as they call her here, Queen Sherea. She gets it. These women, these other waters get it. But guys, let me help on this video.
So one of the bros asked, how easy is it to get laid in Colombia? It is
Thank God I'm not anywhere near this guy physically, because am I feeling triggered? I am not Colombian, I'm not Latina, but I'm from Russia. And boy, oh boy, am I being fetishized because, oh my God, you look so exotic, blah, blah. Well, thank you, but I will take advantage of you fetishizing me and turn tables and twist things down to my own advantage, okay?
Wait a minute. Who are you?
All right, now, you see her right there? Now, you see what she just said? That's a situation where a guy sees a girl like this, run. Now, you have Sherea, as Guy said, Queen Sherea, who's from that side of the world, that sees things the way she sees it. Then, you have women like this. And that's what I say. Guys have to be careful everywhere you're going, right? Because the guy's talking about a Colombian woman. Yes, he shouldn't be saying the guy's way off. He's one of those guys that's not even a passport bro, right? He's one of those, he's not even a passport or anything. He's like a sexpat. Those guys that travel to try and conquer women, nothing to do with passport bros. Passport bros travel for opportunity, and woman comes with it, right? Having a wife or a girlfriend, that comes with it. That right there, that's not a passport bro. But what she said as a defense, it's like, whoa.
Wait a minute.
Hold up.
Something ain't right.
I'm gonna open up your guys, all the passport bros. First of all, if you want Colombian, whatever, Russian women, we're expensive for you, okay? And Colombian women may be ready to do whatever.
And that's not true because, as you see, someone that's from that side of the world said her guy went over there and she made sure she paid certain things when he came over there, right? You heard her say that. She's talking about expensive. She's a gold digger. And guys know about Russian women anyway. Not all, but some. You hear this?
Ever for your passport, they would give less of a damn about you. Trust and believe. This is the reality. I'm not saying all American men are trash or all like other women are like bad and they only need your citizenship. But trust and believe. If you think that it's so easy to get a Colombian like girl, Russian girl, Middle Eastern, whatever, you are being so fooled. And the only thing they might care about you is your actual citizenship, but not you per se.
See, this is what happens with a woman, right? She got all hot and bothered in her feelings, and she blamed it on pretty much everybody. Targeted at that guy. When I'm talking, like right now, I'm talking about you, right? I'm not saying, I said guys know that about some Russian women. Because we already seen a woman that's from over there that was right? You have your, but still, it's more in a surplus when you leave. Say, if in the US, right, it's like 20%. You may find something. When you leave, maybe like 60%. A guy likes those odds better. Common sense. But anyway, guys, shouts out to Queen Sherea. Shouts out to this lady for being, an imbecile.
Emotional, damn it!
She doesn't realize it, though. It's fine. Guys are all cool, because we already know it's more light than bumping into bad situations. So he's coming.